This is my track saw. It's a Makita SP6000. It's a decent saw, but there's one problem that really bugs me, and that's at the end of the cut, I always get this little dig in the upper corner. No matter what I do, I've never been able to get rid of it. The burning there is because the blade is dull, and there's a lot of pitch buildup that I haven't cleaned yet. But that digging in the corner there, that's always been there since day one, and I've never been able to get rid of it no matter what I do. Sometimes I can minimize it if I clamp on a sacrificial piece of wood on the other side. So I decided to try a different blade. I ran to my local cabinet shop. I wanted to get a Tenryu blade, but all they had was the ripping blade. I wanted a combo or a crosscut or something. I found a Freud blade that was meant for the Festool TS55. They have the same size arbor, which is 20mm. The Festool blades are a little bit smaller than the Makita blades. The Makita blade is 6.5 inches, whereas the Festool blades are 160mm. Because of the difference in blade size, your maximum depth of cut is decreased by something like 2 or 3 millimeters. So to try the new blade, of course I had to unplug the saw and then remove the 5 Phillips head screws that hold the blade cover on. You can actually switch the blade without taking the cover off, but I find it's a lot easier. Once you have the blade cover off, then you need to use the wrench that's right there in the handle, push in the arbor lock, unscrew the retention screw, remove the flange, pop the blade off. You're ready to put in the new blade. Make sure the teeth are facing the right direction. Put the flange back on. Tighten that screw up. And then replace the cover. Tighten the screws. Be careful not to over tighten them so you don't strip anything. But from here you should be ready to go. Time for a test cut. I first did a little bit of a scoring cut. And one thing to note with the reduced depth of cut, the scoring cut function that's built into the Makita saw isn't going to work anymore. So the first cut went great. I wouldn't call it a glue-ready cut. I am going to have to sand this a little bit. But one thing I noticed is that semicircular digging I was getting in the last corner is gone. So I did a bevel cut. This is actually the top of a computer table I'm building for my living room. So apparently that was the answer. Something was up with the old blade. I'm pretty happy with this Freud blade. I would still like to try one of the Tenryu blades and see how that does. Overall, this is a decent saw. Truth be told, I kind of wish I would have spent the extra $100 and got the TS55. Maybe someday. Anyway, if you have the Makita Tracksaw, hope this is helpful. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of the things that I do in my shop, please subscribe. And if this was useful, please click that like button. We'll see you next time.